Hello everybody, welcome on in. My name is JStation64 and welcome to my channel. Today we are back at No Man's Sky, but my light's a bit bright, isn't it? Let's lower it down a little touch. A bit better? Yeah, I can see better now at least anyway. Hopefully you can still see me. Today we're going to play some more No Man's Sky, and despite previous claims of no longer following any of the expeditions, I am going to try and do this expedition. Is about exploration and finding creatures, finding animals. I'd like to do a new game, please. Play game. Oh, damn it, new game. Here we go. So this is what gives you the option. If you've never played No Man's Sky, the options before, you can do normal mode, which is what I'm doing, where you explore and survive in a boundless universe, which is what we've been doing with Sporky the Space Pig for the better part of a year. Survival mode, which is everything's more dangerous, and your inventory's smaller, everything costs a bit more, it's just a bit harder to survive, a bit more of a challenge to survive, I guess. There's permadeath, which is if you die once, your file is instantly deleted. There's no going back to a save point. It doesn't even ask you, do you want to delete this file? It's just gone. You're dead. You're back to the main menu. Which would be brutal. Imagine it in this far into the game, and you get a permadeath. That'd be horrible. Creative, which is one of the only other modes I've had a go of. Everything is free. This is when I was first learning how to build a base. I had a little play in the free mode. Everything's unlocked. Everything is free. There's no resources you need for anything. It's like almost the opposite of the survival mode. And yeah, you can just go around and do whatever you want to. Basically, it's actually quite. It's weird because there's no real challenge to it. It makes it a bit more difficult to play for me. I find it a bit too easy. But it's really useful for learning the mechanics of things. So for base building and stuff like that, I had no idea what I was doing, and that really helped me with that. But I don't think I'd ever play it for more than basically a tutorial sandbox kind of area. And lastly, time remaining 5 weeks, we have the community expeditions. That's what we're going to start now. We might be a little bit tight for it because we are... I'm not going to be streaming next week. I don't think I'll be streaming next week anyway. So we'll see how it goes, but let's start the Exobiology expedition, which is all about finding critters, strange animals, and all the fun things that I actually really like doing on the stream, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this expedition. Initialize expedition. Here we go. Oh, no, press and hold it. Every time. Where are we? Cold. Ecorald. It's not a bad name for a planet. I do like this slow startup they do when... I can't remember if they do this when you first play the normal game. But every expedition it starts up with this little... waking up intro, which I really, really like. Jetpacks online, great stuff, good to hear. Oh, not a bad multi-tool. Oh. Expedition 5, Exobiology, Planet Ecorald, First Contact. We are Korvax, which is unusual. Wasn't quite expecting that. I don't know if we've played a Korvax. I think we have. I think we've definitely played a Gek in one of the expeditions. We played a Korvax, Gek, and we played a Vakeen in another one. So this might be our first Korvax playthrough. So if anybody is unfamiliar with expeditions, the first thing that you need to do is... Well, this is the expedition experiences. You have a series of objectives to complete in a series of 5 different phases. And you have to complete each one. Each time you complete an objective, you get a reward. In this case, you get 2 unearthed treasure and 50 creature pellets, which is really useful, and a powerful mining view upgrade. You get 2 sword augmentations, teleport receiver plants, etc. So each one you get different things, rewards from it. And a lot of the time, the rewards will help you complete another challenge. So this might be a challenge that requires us to feed 50 creatures, and it'll be easier because the game's given us, completing this one, 50 creature pellets. That kind of thing. And then you go through each of the phases, making your way through, until you get to the final phase, where you get your final reward, which is something that usually will let you transfer over into any of your playthroughs. So Sporky can benefit from whatever this character's called. We haven't got a name for him yet. Whatever they've got out of their thing. So let's see what our requirements are for phase 1. Ride a creature. Okay, that's nice and easy. That makes sense since we're doing the Dr. Dolittle bit. Metal mount. Locate your starship. Okay, that hopefully should be easy. Best friend portrait. Photograph your companion. Nice. Get up. 100 Korvax words? Wow. Okay. 100 Korvax words. Leave the planet. Nice and easy. So these, they leave the planet, find your ship. They're quite common in, you know, like 6 months ago, like I'd never done an expedition, but now I'm like, oh, this is what usually happens in an expedition. So I've done them all now. Leave the system. Okay, so these visit a lush world. Nice. Encourage your companion to lay. That's new. Reach the first rendezvous point. Cool. Nice, straightforward first one. So, first thing we need to do is find the ship. And if we can on the way, we will try and find a creature. On this strange barren. Oh, the ship's over there. Okay, that's not too bad. How far away is it? 600. Yeah, okay, yes, it's around the corner. That's not too bad at all. Super Indian farm. Refiners, tech and more. So yeah, people, if you weren't aware, all play the expedition at the same time. It's not a single save file. It's everyone's doing it live, so you get a chance to run into other people. No creatures so far. It's nice and quiet. It's eerily quiet. More of these things. Actually, let's have a quick look at our technology, shall we? See what we've got on us. We've got basic space a gun. Sorry. Oh, the ship is an S-class. It looks quite cool, actually. Look at that. Oh, I like that. And not a bad bit of thingy. We've got an unlicensed biological ion shield. Nice. And a portable refiner already. Cool. That's pretty good. It's funny playing it now as Sporky. Sporky's got so much money that most problems can be overcome just by buying something. We're not got a scanner. Oh, the scanner takes ages to reload. Wow. Okay. Like a real long time to reload. Anything exciting from any of these? We should be doing this like a survey, shouldn't we? This is an exobiology trip, so... Examining the local flora. And... geodes, I guess? Local mineral substances? This colder than average planet seems to be devoid of life so far. Seems complete. This is very eerily quiet. I don't think I've been anywhere for a while that's been this quiet. Oh, here we go. We've got some loot. Again, kind of stuff that Sporky walks right on past without giving a second thought. For our new guy, who needs a name. You could call him Red, I guess. It's a bit basic, but it's not a bad one. Right, what are you made out of, my friend? Carbon and... oxygen. Oh, that's actually pretty useful. Very useful, in fact. Oxygen is one of those ones, especially at the start of the game, you really need it as much as you can get of it. Because it keeps your life support going. Ferrite, dust and dioxide, again, absolute basics, but very, very useful. Let's get a quick handful of these bits while we can. Have I already scanned one of you? No. Some more ferrite dust. Ferrite dust, again, absolute basic. Entry-level mineral, but is E at this point in the game. So this is what I'm trying to apply past learnings from doing the other expeditions to make sure you're equipped before you make your way. These little oxygen carbon pods are great though. I don't know how much they're giving me. Not the most, but still. We don't have a ridiculous supply of batteries anymore either, so to restore our thermal protection, we can only do a little tiny bit with dioxide, which is not great. Oh, the jetpack is tiny! The only things that seem to be here are these plants. But they give us oxygen, so let's go and get some of those. And get some of this stuff. We might need... oh, I need advanced mining laser. Boo! Boo! Okay. Maybe we can just make our way to the ship where we know we can be warm. I'm perhaps mulling too much. Get some carbon on the way if we can do. There's some supplies over there as well, just noticed, so I'll get those quickly as well. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Quickly get these supplies. Yeah, because if we start to run out of dioxide as well as our life support, then we will start to be in danger of actually dying before we even get to our ship, which is not great. Oh, that's the ship? No, that's not the ship, is it? Oh, thank God. I was like, oh, good Lord, it's miles away. Get some of the good blue stuff that we need. The blue stuff is basically you use for a lot of the elements of starship fuel. So getting off the planet, getting out of the system, a lot of that is weapons running out of charge as well. Need carbon. Oof, we are not in a great starting position. That was a lucky little. Oh, we got a red update for. Yeah, we'll call him red, I guess, because that's pretty cool. A free pod as well. Excellent. Okay, that's really, really cool. Let's get rid of this oxygen guy first. I don't mind calling him in red. I might see if I can get him a better look maybe when we get to the... Oh, it's in a state. It's on fire. Perfect. Right, so let's see what we have in the way of... no, not this. We want this one, don't we? Here we go. Starship. Thrusters are down, and pulse engine is down. Okay, that's not too bad. So first thing we're going to do is get this exosuit upgrade. You need antimatter housing, sodium nitrate, and carbon nanotubes. So, oh, hello. What are these crystal fragments? Let's break these down. Nice. Antimatter housing we can make. Perfect. And we needed carbon nanotube. Perfect. So, carbon nanotube, antimatter housing, and we just need some sodium nitrate. So I think I have sodium. Oh, you know what? I just realized I've completed an objective and I've not checked the rewards. The game just reminded me down there in the bottom corner. So that is the next bit to do, is once you have completed an objective, you have to collect the reward. So we'll go do that inside where it's warm. I mean, it's a bit too warm by the looks of it, but I think we'll still be okay if we get in. Yes, there we go. Yes, I know that it's broken. Thank you for telling me. So let's get our reward for this, shall we? Here we go. So we're getting storage augmentations and teleport receiver plans, as we've completed our very first objective in the Exobiology. We need 3 wiring looms which have to be bought. You can't make those. And an antimatter. And it means you can communicate things to your ship from further away, which is very, very useful. And 2 storage augmentations. So what we might do, even though this is a fairly cool ship, we have a lot of ships that we have unlocked and I would say earned in the anomaly. So once we are able to get to the anomaly, we probably will trade this in. But for now, let us see what we can do in terms of getting ourselves sorted and off this planet. Quick save points. See how we're getting on. And there we go. So we've got nanites, we've got some trade material. We need to make a sodium nitrate, wasn't it? So we need to find sodium first. So sodium is yellow. Ferrite dust, we don't need that. So we do need carbon, which we need from one of the trees, I guess. We can get some of the trees. We'll grab some ferrites. Dioxide is always useful. We'll get some of that while we're here. Carbon is always useful as well for actually making sure your gun is still charged. I have once been in the position where my gun ran out of charge, and I had nothing to recharge it with. And you are then forced to use the punching feature to mine things enough to get your gun working again. It is not a good place to be. I promise. Any nitrate? Anything at all? What are these gems? frost crystals. They're probably valuable. Pretty valuable, actually. Yeah, let's go and grab some. Oh, there's some nitrate down here. Perfect, right. So for the nitrate, we might need to... oh, it's a flour. Okay. We might need to refine it. So we do have a refiner given to us, which is quite nice. So we didn't have to make a refiner, because again, that also requires... what have we got down here? Anything interesting we can use? Anything we can use for bits that we need? Quick scan, maribulb, and copper. And copper's not bad though, actually. We get some. How much copper do we get from these? Copper's really good for magnetized, not magnetized ferrite. Sorry. There's a type of metal. I've forgotten the name of it. But copper is a base element of it. So if we can get some copper early on, that'll be useful. We're trying to keep the gun hot because it mines faster, but you're also at risk of overloading the gun, so you gotta be careful with it. We're also getting a lot of cobalt, so whatever that's worth, we've got a bunch of it. I do believe cobalt's one of the elements that you can use oxygen as a multiplier for. So when you put it in a refiner, oh, we need the hazmat gauntlet. Boo! And we definitely don't have the ability to craft that right now, do we? No, we do not. It was worth a try. Right, let's go up to the top and see if we can make ourselves some sodium nitrate. Hey, Karen, welcome in. It's going good. Before we started the new expedition, welcome on in. Thank you for joining us. I'll do a quick shout out for Karen. Iron Rushmore. There we go. Oh no, this is not the game. This is the game. There we go. Before we jumped into the new expedition, I checked on our settlement, and it is indeed for the very first time in profit. No worries if you want to get yourself some coffee, not a problem at all. We are going to... We've got to our ship at the very start of the expedition, and we need to get ourselves ship-shaped for launch. So that is our first thing that we're going to do. So it's all very beginner stuff at the moment, so no worries if you want to get yourself some urgent supplies. Karen was just streaming over on Madcat UK's channel. Madcat_UK, sorry, I should say. Playing some... what's it called? Mech Warrior 5, that was it. So if you get a chance to give them a check out, it's a very, very fun, all action, all combat, squad-based game where they're running around cities and fighting bigger and bigger mechs. You could call it a Mexican standoff. You needed some sodium nitrate, didn't you? That's what you needed. And we have some now? Yes, we do. Perfect. Right. Do we want it in tech? Do we want it in cargo? We're just going to put it in the regular suit for now. That is absolutely fine. In fact, whilst we're here, whilst we're in here, where it's warm, we're going to move some of this tech over to the technology bar, so we've got a bit more room to maneuver. It's in a very awkward layout, though. Hey, Lord of Misrule! I came in just for that joke. Perfect timing. How's it going? We are currently just starting the Exobiology expedition, which I said I wasn't going to do any more expeditions, but this is about finding strange critters and naming them and looking after them and stuff like that. So I couldn't resist. I had to go and do this, which is where we're at the moment. I found my ship. It is not in ship shape. So we are going to see if we can get it repaired, see what it needs. I do quite like the hull layout in here. It's quite nice. The HUD layout, I should say, sorry. Launch thruster. It's not quite a DLC. It's free with the game, and they get released, and they're only open for a certain window of time. So for the next, I think it's 5 weeks, this adventure is available. You're basically giving a series of objectives, which are these. So this one, for example, is to ride a creature for 850 units of movement. This one was to find my ship, which I did. So they start off very easy, which is quite nice. Take a photograph of your companion, lift into space. The first section of ones are always quite easy. After doing each one, you get a reward, which kind of informs one of the other challenges most of the time. So this one, for example, gives you 50 creature pellets. And there'll probably be one down here somewhere that says, feed 50 creatures. So each one kind of feeds into the next. And you go through a series of phases. And by the time you get to the final one, you get a reward which will kind of feed into to all of your save files. So as long as you complete the expedition at some point or other within the 5-week period, you can then use the rewards that you get from it in any of your save files. So Sporky will be able to reap the benefits of I think we'd call him Red. I don't think anyone's got a better name for him at the moment. He's just called Red. But yeah, it's actually quite fun. It's mini challenges. It also helped me an awful lot in the first expeditions to learn the game. There were so many kind of elements of the game that I just didn't know anything about, especially with all the new updates. So it was really, really useful to actually have that as a... Can I tag these, please, as things that I need? Will you let me do that? Pin details, there we go. Pin details, perfect. Right. So yeah, that really helped me in terms of understanding some of the core elements of the game. Like the mech suit, for example, I'd never had until I'd played one of the expeditions. And now I'm all about the mech suits. It's awesome. We needed... Sorry, I've already forgotten. Pure Ferrite. Okay, so pop Ferrite in here. That's going to make 62 pure Ferrite. How much pure Ferrite do I need? 50. Okay, so we will start and try and stop it just in time. Come on, come on. It's like trying to get the petrol pump. There we go. Nice. Does anybody else play that game when they're getting petrol? Try and make sure you get just the right amount. To be fair, I suppose they usually just fill it up, but it's nice when you get to play the games. You need metal plating and hermetic seal. No. Do you not do that when you normally fill up, Karen? You normally filling up the car? Welcome back. Can I just drop you into there? Does that work? Oh, almost. Oh, it does. That actually works. That's the first time I've ever done that. That's actually quite useful. Hermetic seal requires condensed carbon. Okay, that's not too hard. And the metal plating, which I should be able to make right now. No, I can't. So we need carbon and we need ferrite dust. So let's go get those. So carbon will be in the trees and ferrite dust will be in the stones. Gas station simulator. Welcome back. Gas station simulator. I wonder if kind of like games like GTA added in things like petrol stations, because there were fuel stations, but they were there just to rob. If I remember correctly, you did not need to worry about petrol. I think it would be useful for like a getaway game. I think it'd be quite boring for a GTA style adventure game. Well, I say adventure, I mean romp. Oh, gas station simulator is an actual game. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I thought Lord of Misrule, sorry, was creating random games. Right, we've probably got enough carbon now. I do have a habit of kind of getting in the zone when I'm deforesting to forget that I don't really need to make my way through the entire hill. I can just stop when I've got enough resources. But I was saying earlier that the game now, playing as Sporky, I've got so much money that I don't even, like, most of these things I can just buy. I don't have to worry about mining anymore. So it is actually quite cool that you have to go back to, I guess what the whole purpose of these is to get you back into the idea of getting back to the basics of No Man's Sky. I think Lord of Irony. It is the name of one of our fellow... Oh, maybe not, actually. But somebody that I know goes by Lord of Irony. I don't know how public that name is, so I will not reveal. But yeah, every now and then when yourself or Lord of Irony rocks up, I'm kind of like, wait, is it Lord of Irony or is it Lord of... Whomst am I talking to? Oh, it's okay, cool. So I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if that was just, you know, a private name used for gaming or whatever. But yeah, Crit Commissions, who plays in the Starfinder game with us, it is their pseudonym. We're looking to crack open this geode, and we needed how much pure ferrite? Let's have a quick look. Pure ferrite for a hermetic seal. How much hermetic seal need? Connects carbon, so we don't need that. We need it for the metal plating. So I can drop you in there now, yeah? Does that work? Look at that, that's useful. So we just need a bunch of condensed carbon. So you put carbon in there, and you get condensed carbon. Simple as that. Oh, that's good coffee. Oof. Oh, you might notice as well, maybe you won't, I don't know, I've not actually looked myself yet, but there are some new emotes in the channel. So I've done a couple of new emotes based on my cats for tier 1 subscribers, and also I've filled out the channel follower subscriptions as well. So if you're a follower and not a subscriber, there's still a bunch of emotes in there. What was cool, what I found out today, is that the channel emotes only work in the channel that you're in, even if you're the creator of them. So I can't use them anywhere else either. There we go, there's them all. That is my favorite. That is my cat Marcy, with an intrigued look upon her face. So I had to give her a little glass of wine to how intrigued she looks. And the other one is Lily. Oh, I've not uploaded the. I've got a version with the white stripe around it, like Marcy's got for Lily. So if you're on dark mode, like I believe everybody in chat currently is, you might not be able to make out Lily's height. Which what I like about both those emotes is that they both embody the mood of the cat as well. Like Lily is very much hype, and Marcy is very much deigning you with their presence when they're there. But yeah, all of the game ones, all of the follower emotes, they can only be used in the channel. So for a long time, I've been reluctant to use up emote slots on things that would be just useful on my games, because I feel like people want emotes, they want to use them, you know, wherever. But now that I know that they only work on this channel, I feel quite liberated to be able to just be like, yeah, here you go, as characters from the game that I'm playing. They need a bit of work, I think. I think Sporky's. I think the Arthur ones aren't too bad, but the yeah, the cat one's there for everybody. So they're there for any channel. They're actual tier 1 emotes. Whereas all the other ones are follower emotes. So the Sporky ones and the Badman Arthur ones can only be used on this channel. But the Badman Arthur ones I quite like. It's got cool Arthur and evil Arthur. The Sporky ones I'm kind of like that with. Like the confused one's not too bad, the question mark. But the other two I'm not quite sure. We'll see how I feel about them. But I thought getting filled out, it's quite nice to have them actually done. So the ship is up and running. Let's check our expedition guide. What do we need to do next? Leave the planet. That is our next objective, because this whole expedition is about finding life and exploring new life. And we've not encountered it. It's the first planet I've been on that it wasn't decimated, that appears to have no life on it, which is very, very unusual. Is there anything interesting around we can... Oh, I shouldn't have landed. Oh, I shouldn't have landed. I don't have free fuel anymore. I'm just wasting fuel. Oh, I've got 25% left. Disgusting. Oh, and I need to land because these are very valuable. So I'm going to land here, and we'll see if we can make some fuel before we leave, because I've already kind of done that. Is that one of yours, Chiron? The dancing cat of Chiron. Yeah, these things are actually pretty rare, I believe. I can't install them. Do I have the... Oh, do I have the thing? No, I don't have the thing. Boo! Boo on you! I wasted my petrol on you! God damn you to hell! That's annoying. Right, how do I make launch fuel? It's been a while. It's been a very long while since I've had to make launch fuel. Launch fuel. Starship launch fuel. There we go. Oh, metal plating. Okay, that's nice and easy. Nice and easy. Let's get out of here. Oh no, we still got 25% left. That's interesting. Oh, we must have an efficiency thing attached to it because it's not taking all the resources that I thought it would be. I thought it was 25 a shot. Nice. Charming misfits. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't yours, but do these still work out of? No, these are linked. These are unique to each channel. So to go back to here, that is control 1, I believe, that I have on my regular playthrough. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it's not a bad looking ship. The body of it looks a little bit camper van. But I like this central engine and the 2 little side engines. That's quite nice. But the objective awaits us to leave the planet. So let's go. Let's head up into space. Objective complete. 2 down. I mean, these are very easy. What do we get? We get launch system recharger plans. Perfect. See, that's where the game's got your back. 2 wiring looms and solar mirror plans. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Spaceman, I always wanted you to go into space, man. And the galactic rain. I did like that song an awful lot when it first came out. I mean, you may as well go in, because... how do I install said chargers? Here we go. So we need an antimatter, and we need 2 resonators, and 2 wiring looms, which we should be able to find at this nearby space station. Let's head over. I need to get rid of this launch system information. I don't need that anymore. So, what are our objectives beyond getting off the planet? To find a creature, I guess, is the first one. Oh, leave this lifeless system. Ah, so we're in a lifeless system. Okay, that's quite cool. It's actually really useful to know. We'll head to this space station and get whatever bits we can do, and then we'll head on to the next system and try if we can find a system that has life in it. An entire lifeless system. That's bizarre. Like, this menu as well doesn't have half the things that I have in my list now as Sporky. Poor Sporky. So there's a chromatic fog planet, and you are a infested planet. So both of those are absolutely fine for me to just ignore, I believe. I'm not in particularly excited space for that. In fact, we do need some more space fuel though, so let's do some mining. We're only getting silver. I need Triton. There we go. It's quite nimble. I do quite like this ship. I mean, I suppose all the ships are more nimble than the Reflection of Death. We're going to head for that big one. It's quite a nice system, I think, having the tritium be in the asteroid fields. It's quite a nice little circular system they've got going. I think works quite well. Oh, let's get through here. There we go. And let's continue back onto the system. How many have a cool name? Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's why the Reflection of Death is... Oh, hello. This is a damaged space station. I am not going to find any refuge here. Let's see what we do find, though. It might be loot. I love that the panels are coming off the wall and the rainbow lights coming from within. Got the No Man's Sky achievement music kicking in. So you can tell a damaged space station by the complete absence of light other than red neon lights everywhere. I'm still not entirely sure if there are enemies or anything along those lines in these places, so we'll have a little explore. But we'll take it easy, I think. I'm a bit cautious we might run into something that wants to eat us. I like these over the windows, it's very, very cool. Just hoping you get eaten. Oh, there's a terminal here. Is it functional? Oh, it is. Oh, well, there you go. We'll get a bunch of ion batteries. Oh, God, I can't even afford that. Oh, God. I'm so poor. I can't afford one. I've only got $3.5 grand. I've got nothing. Can't even afford one. Oh, that's very pretty. There you go. Yeah, he's got a red backpack, so I like the idea of calling him Red, this guy. He's an Atlas Pass level 3. Never been into one of those. I don't think I've even got I don't think even Sporky's got a level 3 pass. There's something to put on the list of things to do before Sporky enters the center of the universe. That's true, I could sell some of the silver. I don't think I'm going to be getting the thousands that I need for the likes of wiring looms, though. Oh, there's still a functional portal here. Okay, that's, again, surprising. How much of this station is still functional? But it does not appear to be... So, the scan function in Horizon Zero Dawn is depressing the right thumbstick. So every single time so far I've tried to scan, I've used the wrong thumbstick to do it. Before we take off, we're going to command control 0 to be our camera. And we're going to get a little photo of us leaving this damned place. It's our first stop on the road. If we can even be made out against the darkness. It's pretty dark, actually. So we're against the floor a little bit, at least. Fingers crossed. There we go. That'll have to do. And we're away. So we're going to need hyperdrive. Hyperdrive not installed yet? No. Microprocessor, chromatic metal. Okay. Can we make either of them? We can make a microprocessor, which is good. And we needed microprocessor and... What was the thing we needed? Where's it gone? Chromatic metal. Okay, so we're going to need to go to a planet and start doing this stuff. We'll go check out this... Silver, I think, turns into chromatic metal? It's on both planets. It's got high sentinel activity. That's got high sentinel activity. It's got indium, though. Indium is quite valuable. So we'll head down to the infested planet and give that a look. Might be able to get some cash while we're there. So leaving the system was not as straightforward as I had anticipated. I was talking some crap, it seems. So yeah, I'd be interested to see if this system had life on it, but the fact that it says leave the lifeless system would make me think that it is not in fact anything there. Ooh, what a communication station. Let's go check it out. How far away is it? Doesn't look that far away. 3 minutes? 13 minutes? Let's leave it to up the atmosphere. Yeah, well, the only reason I know the system's devoid of life is because one of the objectives is leave the devoid system. So, if it didn't tell me that, I probably would have checked these worlds for... potential life. But instead, we shall see what has been left for us at these markers. I don't usually use the community markers. Ripples going through the atmosphere. Here we go. Not a good planet. I feel like maybe I chose the wrong one to come land on, but... Oh, hello. What is this? What have you got to say for yourself? Nav Hadar. Alright. The Tranquil Voice. How does that compare to my ship? Is it the same ship? Oh, it's much more damage though. Oh, it's a C class, and mine is an S class. So yeah, no, we're not going to be dealing with that. We will take some supplies. As much as we can for now. And then we'll try and sort out this these ingredients we need to get our hyperdrive working again. I actually have the companion app on my phone now to help if you need the recipe for anything. It's all on the companion app, which is quite cool. You like look it up on the app and it'll tell you how to make it. But most of the information is in the game already, so it's not actually that bad. So let's have a look at the hyperdrive. I'll crack these open first. Get some tritium on the go. Get you charged. There we go. So we need 2 magnetic resonators. So magnetic resonator requires... Oh, they need to be bought. Can I not craft those? So if I can't craft them, is there any expedition rewards that gift them? No. No. No, it doesn't seem to be, which is unusual. So we have to buy them, I guess, try and find somewhere we can buy them. The other thing that it requires is in my ship is antimatter, so 5 antimatter. So we need a lot of chromatic metal. So we'll go find some silver if we can do. We'll mine that. You know what? To mine the silver, we're going to need the terrain manipulator, which I do not yet have installed. So that requires 2 carbon nanotubes, 1 jelly. That's not too bad. And I've also forgot to pick up my refiner, so I need to build another one of those. I have been far too arrogant with this and made many mistakes. There we go. We don't need much out of that, I guess, so it's not too bad. So we needed... come back again, what we needed again. Copper, chromatic metal. Copper, I'm hoping the silver on this planet, which I'm hoping turns into chromatic metal as well. There's no copper on the planet so far. On any of the planets in the system that I've seen. Antimatter required... and condensed carbon. So I think we've got... How much condensed carbon have we got? We got enough for 5? We've got 100 condensed carbon. We got any condensed carbon? Oh yeah. No, we need a bit more of that as well. So we'll condense some more carbon. That should be enough. There we go. And then we need to try and find some indium. I think indium actually can also turn into... Hey, Blue, I am playing offline, technically, I guess. I'm doing the expedition at the moment, working my way through the very first footsteps of the Exobiology expedition. As we are trying to get our hyperdrive sorted out, and also our multi-tool. So we need 2 carbon nanotubes. Let's get that sorted. How you doing, Blue? How about yourself? Are you playing online? Multi-tool needs this. There we go. And then we need just the 1 dihydrogen jelly. That's not too bad. We can squeeze for that, I'm sure. The hydrogen. We don't need that many. We need... Well, we'll just do... Is it a minute per one? Ugh. That's not great, is it? I'm not going to sit here and watch that. So that'll get our terrain manipulator attached, which we can then use to mine metals, which means we can then... Incoming. Incoming. Oh, what are you? What are you? What do we get at? What do we get out of you? Which we can then use to do... Get our hyperdrive working. There we go, that was it. That was the series of events we needed to do. In the meantime, whilst we're waiting for these, we will mine some of these strange new plants on this unusual world. As we... Oh, hello! It's Retro Ted! Da-da-da-da! Hello, Retro Ted. Welcome on in. Howdy, Raiders. Thank you for joining in. Hey, Mad Cats. How's it going? Mad Cat was recently playing some... Wait, where did it go? No! I cancelled it by accident. Never mind. We came with the raid. It's a retro raid. How you guys doing? So, welcome on in. We are playing the new expedition, No Man's Sky, where we're going exploring new critters and new strange creatures and exploring all about them as Red, the space adventurer, with his red jetpack. We have unfortunately started in a system without any traces of life, so we're currently in the midst of trying to get that sorted as best we can. Quick shout out to everybody who's coming from the chat. Thank you, everybody. Obviously, Retro Ted coming in, having played some Baldur's Gate 2, which I caught earlier before. If you've not caught up with Retro Ted's retro gaming adventures, please do. They're very, very good. We've got Krifu, another fellow stumbled innkeeper from our Discord. And of course, Saber as well is here, and Mad Cat. Thank you so guys for joining today. How was the gates of Baldur's Gate, Retro Ted? How did it go? Did you manage to do in the Umber Hulks? There we go. That's all we needed. Just one of those. So at the moment, we're at the very start of the expedition. Hey, All Things Geek Girl, how's it going? Watched Mad Cat and looked back and felt for a couple of minutes later. And now it's day. What's going on? Cloudkill is always your friend. I'm glad it worked. Cloudkill is always the answer. Everyone knows this. So, going through the expedition, we are right at the very, very start. We are in phase 1. Where you're giving it a series of tasks to complete, challenges basically to face, and after doing each one you get a reward, and a lot of the time the reward that you get will help complete the next challenge and the next challenge and so on. These are all to do with creatures and critters, but the first challenge is getting out of this system, as this one here, To Brighter Stars, tells me, leave this lifeless system. So, considering most of these are about like taking photos of your companion, riding a companion, the fact we're in a lifeless system doesn't bode well. So we're trying our best to get out of here. One of the bonuses of community, you never know. That is very true. Life is like a community stream. You never know where you're going to end up. One minute to the next. So everybody who has joined in, if you are a subscriber, you have access to all of the sound emotes. It's a new expedition, Retro Ted. It's the Exobiology expedition. We cut our way through these plants, as all good exobiologists do. Blast their way through. Did we get the terrain manipulator installed? Is it done? Yes, it is. So, we need to try and find ourselves some material that we can turn into gold. Well, not gold, but magnetized ferrite. Oh. We're low on everything. We've got so few funds, we've got so little money, so little resources. You pretend like the rock is your companion. I can get a little photo of it, see if it counts. My rock friends. Oh, there are sentinels here. Great. There are sentinels here, but no creatures. Why are you here, sentinels? Right, let's get some of this fancy blue rock. And see if, hopefully, it will turn into the other rock type that we need. using a rock type conversion. So we have with us a refiner. And if we pop in the indium, what will it turn into? Indium. Chromatic metal, perfect. Exactly what we need. Exactly what we need, right. Go for it. I'm going to top up on some bits whilst you're doing that. Red isn't... No! Red isn't thick at all. They are a lithe Corvax with a TV for a head. Oh, a microprocessor! A microprocessor! We needed one of those. Perfect. Yeah, the desperation for ingredients and bits that are just like Sporky doesn't... Sporky wouldn't even look twice at a microprocessor now. It's weird going back to this level of... I mean, you could call it incompetence, I guess. Not knowing where things are, how much things are, how do I get hold of this? It is a challenge, which is quite enjoyable. Mike TV, maybe we'll call him Mike TV. I like that. I like that a lot. No worries, Retro Ted. Catch you in a mo. Suit is full. What can we dump? Oh, we can refine you. There we go. Because I want to take you with us. Let's go. Back to the ship. Oh, get some of this. That's the full extent of the jetpack as well, which is horrible. I'm so used to put Sporky's like infinite jetpack. This horrible little like jetpack we've got doesn't do anything. This level of noob is the right way of putting it, Ghost of Sunny. Yeah, we are at ultimate noob level, where things like these rocks aren't something that I'm doing for fun or because I like it, but because I desperately need them in order to survive. I know people have done lots of they've done several playthroughs of No Man's Sky. I don't know if I could do another playthrough of it, starting from scratch. I mean, I guess you could do it a lot quicker. Knowing what I know now, getting to like a better stage, you could do it a lot quicker. God damn this jetpack. But still. Let's mind these little tentacle things. So, you needed chromatic metal, there we go. All yours. Sporky's way more extra now. He's got the chunk and the yeah, that's true. Actually, he's got his rainbow drive. So we need 3 more microprocessors. Okay, which means we need 3 more carbon nanotubes. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. Believe. Can we make 3 more processors? What am I missing? What am I missing? More chromatic metal. God damn it. Right, so we need some more ammonia. No, that won't do it. We need indium or silver. Ammonia. Silver. Away we go. Oh, this jetpack. Every time. I'm never going to get used to this jetpack being the worst. It's the worst. But yes, Raiders, if you are new, if you're a subscriber, you have access to a bunch of new sound effects. If you do exclamation mark subcommands, they're all sound effects available. If you are a follower, there are new follower emotes now that have recently uploaded, so you can check those out. All Space Porky and Badman Arthur related. And if you are a subscriber, you also have access to the I'm about to die. Where's my life support? Right, we've got 1 battery for the life support. There we go. Yeah, if you're a subscriber, you also get access to a couple new emotes that I've added to Tier 1 as well. So feel free to use them as you wish, liberally as you wish. One is of Marceline, our wonderful cat, and the other is of Lily, our other lovely cat. Both encapsulating their vibe a bit. If anybody played the original No Man's Sky upon release, This is about the level of wildlife you'd expect in terms of creatures. Like, if you were lucky, you would find a creature, and it would look exactly like the creature you encountered on the last planet. That was it. That was the entire range that was available. What's in this rock other than ferrite? Ammonia. Oh, that's not... Oh, what? Ugh. Go away, sentinels. No one wants you. No one wants you. Go away. I need to get this stuff. You toodling off? Go on, toodle off. Toodle off. There you go. Mine. Just devastate the environment as soon as they turn their back. No wonder the sentinels are constantly pissed. Just absolutely ravaging the ecosystem. There they are. You got Lily with the hype, which I need to do. I've actually done the emote for Lily with the little white outline around it, like Marcy's has got, which makes it a bit easier to see. But I forgot to upload it before the stream, so it is made. This has not been uploaded. Oh, coming back, coming back. Right, let's get out of here. And let us see if we can use the refiner to make silver. Please turn into... No. No! Oh, wait, no fuel. No, wait. You don't turn into anything, do you? Fuel or not, you don't turn into anything. Ah, that's so annoying. Right, okay, so... So we need ammonia, basically, is what it's saying. No, not ammonia. The red stuff. Ammonia. Indium. There we go. Let's head over there and get some more indium. Good lords. Did you do RetroTed's challenge? What was RetroTed's challenge? I don't recall a challenge from RetroTed. Am I being forgetful? Would not be the first time. Mining beam, get a bit of this carbon if we can do. Oh, condensed carbon, nice. This is outside of my ability. Selfie with the man sausage button. No, I didn't. Oh, he's only just come in. Oh, okay, cool, no worries. Well, is there a man sausage plant? Let's have a quick look at the horizon, see what we can see. I feel like when we get to some better worlds, we're going to have better opportunities for to fulfill that particular dream. Yeah, these are a bit... I mean, you can get one of these if you want to. I don't know if that's what you thought it was, Richard Ted. But I feel like we can probably find a bit of a better nominee. We're heading towards... Ah, there it is. Indium. Go, 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 go. Actually, we need those plants as well. Those plants will be useful. Because we are low on everything. We're low on everything. It's funny, there's things that you just don't have to think about at a certain point in the game that are now getting back to being kind of like... Oh, that wasn't too bad. Oh, you son of a... I hate it when it does that. Oh yeah, there's a thingy point around here somewhere. It's the one you were at just a minute ago and you're completely mined. You've strip mined it entirely already. Why didn't you say that, Scatter? Good lord. Oh no worries, Madcat. Thank you so much for the coming over with the raid. I hope you have a pleasant evening, and I very much enjoyed your Mech Warrior 3. I don't know why 5. Sorry, it takes a while to get that name in my head for some reason. If you're not already following Madcat, go and give them a follow and join in their arts as well as gaming between the likes of... Is it called Darksiders? Is that what it's called? Is that a different game? Mech Warrior 5 and doing art streams is very, very fun to watch. Thanks for the shout out, Karen. We're back here. Where am I trying to get to? You know what? We're just going to take the ship. Dishonored, that's the one. Sorry, not Darksiders. It's a game called Darksiders, right? Am I making that up? Ah, the deposit's right there. There it is. Very manipulator. There we go. Wait. Oh, you absolute bastard. That's so uncalled for to do that. Why are you going to do that to me, game? That is so uncalled for. There we go. So that first chunk then just got wasted because the game didn't have enough. Oh, my suit didn't have enough spaces in it. Just got fully wasted. Righty, let's try again. There is a game called Darksiders. I think Dishonored, Darksiders, and Dark Souls all got completely conflated in my head when they came out. I didn't play any of them, so they all just became like one game in my head, I think. So the difference between the three of them is beyond me. Which I'm sure that the differences are vast between them. Let's put some fuel in there. And make ourselves 284 chromatic metal. Surely that's got to be up. Surely that's got to be enough to get this damn spaceship off this damn planet. Right. You needed microprocessors. Pop you in there. Yes. Yes. Done. Hyperdrive complete. We can finally leave the system. Let's get the heck out of here. You come with me? Can you fit in the thing? Yeah, you can. Let's go. Dishonored is a stealth game. Darksiders 1 and 2 are fantastic games. Oh, cool, Krifu. What kind of game was it? Is it similar to Dishonored? Is it like a first-person sneaky game, or was it more like Dark Souls, or is it like neither of them? Which is also very possible. So we're going to need to move the stuff across here, and then we're going to need to sort ourselves out some fuel, which we should hopefully have enough stuff for. Antimatter, yes. Housing, yes. Warp cell, yes. There we go. Nice and easy. There we go. It's much closer to Zelda. Oh, okie dokie. Do you need fuel for the hyperdrive? Yes! Do you need fuel for the hyperdrive? Correct, Karon. Dark Souls is just suffering. Everyone's super excited about Elden Ring, and it does. I watched a bit of Waka playthrough today, and it is very, very, very similar from what I can tell to Dark Souls. And I've never played the Dark Souls game. It's one of the things probably if I played it, I'd probably enjoy it. But looking at it, I'm kind of like, there's more more story-based games that I want to be playing right now. We don't even have enough fuel to do a double jump, so we're going to go to this next system. Hopefully, there will be life in this system and we can start the exobiology. Particularly man-sausage-shaped plants. As per the request. I actually need to put those on my Instagram. I completely forgot to do that. Oh, that's very pretty. Look at that. Beautiful. Discovered by Space Explorer. We should have completed an objective by getting out of here. Oh my god, this planet's called Stand With Ukraine! Discovered by Ice Cold Ned. That's awesome. Man. I did not expect that. Dark Souls has a lore, and if you get into it, it's deep. Not the style of gameplay. That's what I mean by the style of gameplay, yeah. It's just a story in terms of, like, the gameplay doesn't really have, like, a story. It probably has a story to it, but it's not a story game in the likes of, like, I like my story games. We're talking about, yes, a space station! A space station! Go! Civilization! We're talking about, like, The Last of Us, Horizon, those kind of games where it's, you know, deep story. Elden Ring is like Soulsborne game. Ah, like, Dark Souls and Bloodborne, is it? Is that where the Born comes from? Another game that I've not played. Little story snoot. Yeah, wait. You awake? Oh yeah, he is. Yeah. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Oh, I don't know any of your words. Teach me at least one of your words, please. The Korvax word for Korvax. There we go. Nice and easy. It's my own language. I should know it. It is Bloodborne. Cool. Cool. Right. We will sell the silver for 27,000. Actually, it's not too bad, actually. Yeah, we can sell that for that. We don't need it. We can sell ammonia. We've got 8 of them. Let's take out an inventory spot. You know, a bit useless. That'll have to do us for now, I think, in terms of selling. Ooh, that's a nice ship. Look at the fin on that. So, we did complete another objective. Yeah, here we go. To brighter stars, collect reward. So, hey Marcy, you've been summoned by your emote. We've got warp hypercore plans, warp hypercore times 3, and a powerful pulse engine upgrade. So let's collect our reward. Oh, so these are, if you get storm crystals and mix it with antimatter, you get like basically like super batteries for your engine. It's quite cool. I didn't realize that was a thing that you got, which is quite nice. Demon Souls, Dark Souls Trilogy, Bloodborne, and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Are they the games in that kind of vein of gaming? Man, we are low on everything. I think it's this side. I can see if I can afford a suit upgrade. I might not have the money for it though. I do need one. I need as much inventory space as I can manage, but it's usually quite expensive. It's £1 million to go for Sporky at the moment, so let's see how much this is. 10,000 units. Oh, we can afford it. We can afford it. I'm going to go for it because it's actually really, really, really valuable right now. We're going to go for it. There we go. Upgrade. Perfect. We're also going to move this over to here. There we go. There's an extra slot. Perfect. They're all from Software's Soulsborne's games. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So, we need to, in our objectives, let's have a look. So we have reached the starship, we've got off the planet, and we have left the system. We need to find a lush world, and we need to find a creature, make it our companion, and then take a photo of it. So these should be quite straightforward. So let's go and explore some of these local worlds, now that we have some supplies. And a ship, and we can go. Actually, one thing we will do, if we can do already, I don't know if we can do it yet. Oh, we can do. We're going to get an upgrade. We're going to go get an upgrade. Let's go do it. So in the anomaly, from other expeditions you complete, as well as like Twitch rewards and stuff, you can access other vehicles that you've unlocked. So we're going to get ourselves a ship upgrade. Because why not? We've earned it in previous expeditions, so let's go. As much as I like this ship, I like a bigger one better. Let's go and see what is available over at the Quicksilver Synthesis Station. Say that 3 times. There we go. Create exotics. Twitch rewards, I think. Oh, we can get a companion. That's quite cool. We can actually summon a companion from an older creature. One of the old creatures. Ah, here we go. So you've got the fighter, the science vessel, another fighter of some kind, and the hauler, the ultimate sleep. I might go with... Oh, I don't know. Well, the hauler is red, and we never get to use it in anything else, so we're going to go with the hauler. Oh, look at that. Look at that, it's beautiful. Yeah, we're buying it. I'm going to move everything across. Can I move everything across? I was going to claim the ship then. Never mind. You have to do it on planet. The ultimate sleep is now our ultimate ride. Let us take the... What is this ship called again? The Ratsuyam of Air for a last flight. We've got a few planets to choose from. Let's see what we've got. We've got a fissured planet, a violent planet. None of these seem to indicate that they're going to have life on them. Is that all there is in this system? Just two? Oh, no, there's a couple more. That might have life on it though. An infested paradise, violent planet, miasmic planet. That's another one that miasmic is usually what's the word? A swamp planet, and they're usually quite teeming with life. That it over there? It's difficult to tell. Zoom in. Activate scanners. Infested paradise. Go to the infested paradise and see what that's about. And when we're there, we will claim our new vessel, and we'll be fully on our way. I believe it's 10:30 already. Yeesh. Is flying by. Ooh. Had some spicy noodles for tea. I'm just feeling the effect of it now. In need of lots of hydration. This is a long way away. How far? This is 40 seconds away. Man, that's crazy. So this is the 5th expedition, I believe. I did the first 2 on stream. Were actually expeditions 3 and 4. Because I missed the first 2, I should say. The later 2 I did on stream. They then re-released all 4 of the expeditions in miniature. I think it was 2-week chunks at a time across December and January. So I went back and did the first one and the second one because they're the ones that I'd missed. Did them off stream because 2 weeks is not enough time to do an expedition. In fact, because I'm not streaming next week, it makes me wonder whether or not I'm going to have time to complete this expedition at all within the 5-week window. But we will try our best. We'll get Red flying away to do his all. Quite the solar panels, quite nice. It just doesn't seem like a... It seems like a ship design that's designed to have an impact on something there. Can we watch out for this, please? It's a funky little shuttle. It's like the shuttle, like the Star Shuttle. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not at all. Oh, I can help you. I actually have one of those. There you go. That's really random that I actually have the thing that he needed. Oh, standing with the Corvex went up. That's quite nice. Help out a friend in need, I guess. So a lot of people have... If you look at the radar, you can see a lot of people have been to this planet. There are bases all over the show on this planet. Which makes me think, mayhaps there is life. Let's have a little land out here in the... Oh, is that a creature? Let's have a little look, shall we? Oh, visit a lush planet. Sweet. Another objective completed. Perfect. I wasn't sure this would count, considering it's infested apparently. With these things, whatever these things are. Ah, a bird, a living creature, the first living creature we've encountered. Beautiful creature. We can't ride that though, I don't believe. So let's have a. Let's check out what we get from our expedition rewards. Here we go. So, homeworld, assorted planetary charts, and 256 nanites. Very well. It's a critter! Hey guys! Oh man, these guys look real Gek-like. Not Gek, Skittermander-like. Like big Skittermanders. Hey buddy! How you doing? Would you like some food that I don't have yet crafted? Let me get some food for you. Oh, look at all these things. Put them in the ship. Oh, you know what? Actually, wait there a minute. I've got an idea. I've got a very, very good idea. If we're in need of space, then we shall call upon a spaceship. Hey! Oh, and another creature. Look at all these critters. Here we go. That's more like it. Let's put some stuff in here, shall we? Quick transfer to Starship. Yeah, perfect. There we go. That's more like it. Look at all that space we've got now. Perfect. Perfect. And we'll get the bits from this ship. What bits were in here? Not a huge amount. If we can use these, there's a few ship size increases and things actually there. If we can use those, that'll be pretty cool. Wiring looms. I mean, these are things that we do actually need to have on hand, so I'm kind of glad we're... I thought to grab these before switching over the ships. It's actually pretty useful. And then the silver, I guess, isn't really that important, but... Is that everything we can take from there? Yep, that'll do us. That'll do us. Very well, ship. We are now in the big lull. The ultimate sleep. So... You can go to the ship. 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 And that'll do it, I think. Right. So, first things first, let's make some pet food. Let's go meet some pets. So, what objectives do we have in terms of pets for this first guide? Expedition, here we go. Ride a companion, that's fine. Take a photo with a companion. Induce an egg. And that's something I don't really know how to do. But let's find out. With this, oh, look at this guy! Look at his face! Oh, he looks... We've gently milked him. We will now adopt him as a companion. I don't know if these are I don't think these are nameable, by the way. I can name the individuals, but I don't think we can name the species. Let me just double check. His name is Medeva for now. Let's go on to the discoveries and see if we can name them. I imagine they've been claimed already. Yeah, named by Pharaoh a week ago. Oh my god, this has been out for a while. Well, little buddy, feeling twitchy, eh? I see what you did there. I see what you did. Have some love, and there you go. There you go. It's more like it, isn't it? So let's get a picture with our friend, shall we? We got any cool emojis? There we go. Oh, you're not being very cool right now, buddy. Let's try it out. What are you doing? Why are you... Acting very strange, my friend. There we go. Oh, it's actually a really nice picture as well. Just sitting in the grass together. Yes, there we go. Best friend's portrait. Photographed your companion. Perfect. These aren't too bad. These are pretty good. Induce an egg. I don't know how to induce an egg though. That's completely new. What do we get for this one? We get... Oh, we learn 100 callbacks words and get 500,000 units. This is us getting a big old start in the game. This is a really good one. Between the ship and this, we are now back in action. Now we need to find a critter we can ride. I did see one of those weird little horsey ones before. And yeah, if anybody yeah, here we go. One of these guys. If anybody just want to name one of these creatures, feel free. We could name the specific companion. I don't think we can name the whole species. What is this? Oh my! What is this? It's a little tiny thing. Look at the size of it. It's so small. A little like hand-sized critter. Stop walking on him, buddy. Stop walking on him. Oh, good lord. Can I ride you? Yes, I can. There we go. This is not pleasant. But we need to ride 800 U's with our creature. So if I track this particular thing, will it give me a thing on the screen? Oh, it needs to be a companion, so we need to adopt it first. Okay, so I guess we can adopt you. I'm not sure. Oh, the companion register's full, really? Already? Okay. We've only got space for one then, I guess. Can we unlock another one? Wait, what? Where have you come from? This guy's great. How long has this guy been here for? I would totally summon this guy. I would have been riding this guy everywhere if I'd known he was there. Oh, is it an egg? What? What is this creature? This is monstrous. I guess we're going for a ride then. Oh my god. Look at this guy. Oh, what an absolute like nightmare of nature this creature is. What terrible thing happened to spawn you, my friend? It just looks like it's in so much pain all the time. You poor monstrous creature. It came from an egg. It was free. And it just looks like it's just an absolute mess. Oh, this poor thing. Can we get to some straight lines so I can take a picture of it? We'll backlight it with these weird plants over here. I do kind of want to get a picture with this horrible, horrible creature. I want to get a picture without its head like in the ground, which seems to be impossible. Oh, it's so cumbersome to move as well. This can't be right, surely. This creature. Oh, that's not right. There we go. He's got its head out of the ground. It's got its foot through its leg, through its face. So this creature is like just horrible glitching monstrosity. It's like someone put the head of a whale on the front end of a giraffe. With a bit of rhino thrown in. Like, seriously. What is this creature? Well, we're going to document it. So our main thing is we'll be documenting critters, so there we go. Good lord. What, how far do we have to walk with this creature? Oh, we've almost done it, okay. Let's keep on moving then, I guess. Anybody got a name for this horrendous beast? This poor, sorrowful creature. What were they thinking? Oh dear. Hey, there we go. There we go. So let's see what our reward is for having completed that. 2 unearthed treasure, 50 creature pellets, and a powerful mining beam upgrade. Perfect. It's actually pretty good set of stuff. Unearthed treasures. I'm guessing they're big loots. Yes, there we go, big loots. Nice. And a mining beam module. So, Saber Walkie's got a name for it. Uh-oh. I should add the thing where you write it in the thing, shovel burp. It is very shovel-like. Yeah, so we will go. I'm on board with that. We're gonna quickly collect. Induce an egg. So maybe we're not done with this guy yet. Because I think this guy can induce an egg. So how do we name again? No. Is it in creatures? Here we go. Here we go. So his name is Shovelburb. Oh, shovel correctly? Yeah, looks weird. There he is, Shovelburb. And sometimes they appear. Sometimes they have text that appears on screen, but I don't think Shovelburb is a chatter by the looks of it. So we're gonna pop off Shovelburb and speak to him. Induce egg. Now that's the thing that oh god. You're just a horrible creature. You're not adorable. You're not adorable. Horrible. You're just like pure horrible. Horrible. So the log expedition. Sorry, the guide is to. After the gestation period, companions can lay a viable egg. When the companions raise the egg, ensure they are happy, well fed in their native environment. Interact with a companion to induce an egg. So I think we can do that already, by the looks of it. Induce an egg. Where did it go? Oh god, there it is. I've never done this before. What? Shovelburb Jr. just joined the game. Induce an egg, hey Mark, like music, how's it going? What time is it for you, my friends? They were recently, for me this morning, playing Chrono Trigger. Hope this is rated mature. It is now. Have you seen this monstrous creature that we have? It's horrible. Have some food. And then we'll ride it. This freak of nature. Which is a pair of a whale's head on with a rhino horn on top of a giraffe's leg system. It is unpleasant. Let us crack open the egg, I guess, see what we get inside. Oh. What, did we just collect it? No, where's my inventory? Oh, we do have loot, though. A bundle of starry skulls. And another bundle of starry skulls. Oh, here we go, companion egg. A living, fertile egg ready to hatch in 24 hours. Processing the space anomaly's egg sequencer to resequence its genetic material. What? Scans indicate the being has genetic potential to be very large and industrious. This is a whole area of the game that I've never touched on. Never touched on. And is weird. It's super weird. But I like it. You don't want to know. That's true. No, I probably haven't actually changed it to mature rating, actually. I should do that at some point. I was too busy making emotes. Hashtag priorities. Oh, God. Stop following me, you beast! Where is the ship? Where is the ship? Oh, here we go, over here. Out of the way, please. Retro Ted, if you're still around, do these things count as your requirements for photo? I don't. Maybe not quite. But let me know if you feel that they do. How's your morning going, Mark? Hope you're doing well. Anybody in chat who's not following Mark? Mark is plays a variety of games, plays retro games and modern games. A lot of RPGs, CRPGs. And today for them, tomorrow for most of us, is Fighting Friday, where they're going to be playing a bunch of games like Smash Brothers and the likes. I see. Let's install this and get it out of the way. We'll move the rest of the engine with us. There we go. Move the hyperdrive over. Move the launch thrusters over. It's making a whole bunch of space. I really like this ship because it's got loads of space. There we go. And we can actually fill out some of these last spots as well with our upgrades that we've got, which is great. You can go to the ship. You can go to the ship. And this can go to the ship. I've got no idea what that thing's for. There we go. Oh, no worries. No worries, man. It's a weird beam of light coming down on my ship from somewhere. So, we've induced an egg, so let's get our rewards from that. We've got batteries, life support, and condensed carbon, so these little things will keep us going for a while yet, which is quite nice. And we're about to finish the very first phase of this expedition, so no, go away, you horrible monster. I feel like the person who created Godzilla. Like, I've got this kaiju that I just don't want around me. Just leave, please. I don't want you anymore. I mean, that was a very... you know what I'm going to quickly do, actually, is I am going to build a little base here. Because I feel like sometimes these early planets are really useful, and trying to find them again once you've been to them is a nightmare. Where if you build a little base, you can just warp right back to it. So we're going to do that. We're going to build a little base up here really quick. We'll call it like Worm World or something, maybe. I don't know. Let's have a look. Base computer. Let me build a base. Claim base. There we go. Which Gojira? That one probably looked the most like the 90s live action Gojira, I think. Because it was quite stooped and low down, rather than tall and chesty, like a lot of the later ones are. I think that's all I need to do. I don't think I need to actually build anything. I just need to establish a computer here. So I'm going to rename it... Planet Gojira. There we go. There it is. Here we go. Let's take off. And into space. Boosh. So yeah, this little jaunt into the system has been very, very, very productive. But I feel like now we should probably leave. Whoa, what gun is that? Oh, that thing's cool. Oh, this is why Sporky... This is... Oh, bloody hell, they'll range at him as well. This is why Sporky's not allowed this ship. It's way too... It's way outside of his pay grade. Let's get out of here. Yes, it did, because there was a... that's true, actually, the Godzilla cartoon series. Because the end of the first film had a teaser for a sequel, and it's never got made as a film. Which is surprising, because, you know, as far as, 90s action films went, Godzilla wasn't that bad. I quite enjoyed it. Up there with the likes of The Mummy and those kind of like that genre of action that we got in the 90s. Don't know why I'm warping on it, but I'm doing that. But yeah, it did not get a sequel, unfortunately. Now, is that a range thing, or is that a petrol thing? Let's up our petrol. Our space petrol. Let's see. Where is... Here we go. Got one of these. Splits. And pop that into the warp drive. Oh, the hyperdrive is full. Oh, okay, so it's definitely not that then. Let's go. One system at a time, I guess. Unless, sorry, I keep doing this. How many nanites have we got? Can we buy an upgrade for our 300 nanites? Or probably not. Probably not. So, the next system. Although if we can buy a warp upgrade, we may as well get it now and get the use out of it. But 300 nanites, I don't think we've got enough nanites for that. Legally, TriStar's film is not Godzilla. Ah, they lost that lawsuit and had to remove God from his name, so it's Zilla. With an S to be Zilla. It's our Zilla. Come on down. Sorry, Mark, that's probably a reference you're not going to get. Oh man, this gun is crazy good. Cyclotron Ballista. Man, we are going to get us one of those for Sporky. Oh, it's very short burst, but it's hella powerful. Space shotgun. Away, 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 away. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. That's more like it. Deliberate shots is what we're looking for. Because they fly from like these angles where if you miss by a tiny bit, you will impact one of the friendly freighters, and then you are wanted, dead or alive. Basically 5-star wanted rating straight off the bat. There we go. Any others? We got another one way over there. Let's go check them out. Didn't the actual Godzilla destroy Zilla? Oh, really? Oh, that's really cool. I've not seen that, but I would like to see it. I watched the films that recently released. I say recently, the last few years, released on Netflix. They're quite good. The animated films. The music in it was amazing. It was really, really good music in that. I'd really recommend it. Buddy, come on, you've seen me just decimate like everyone else in your fleet. Why be a tryhard? Just flee with your life. Well, I wonder if I'll get an invite to a local ship. Oh, look at that. They had the alien summon Zilla, got stomped blow. Oh, yeah! Oh, man. Oh, it's a Gek. Let's go visit the Gek captain, shall we? Where, though? That's my question. Where do you want me to go? Ah, here we go. It's a smaller frigate, sir, but it checks out. Actually, we're not going to accept this freighter, because I believe, and I was aware of this when I got my first freighter, if you pass up on the first freighter, you get offered. The second one you get a chance to get given for free is meant to be absolute top of the line one, like A class, S class, sorry. So I'm going to give that a try. I was aware of that when I got Sporky's freighter, but I didn't want to kind of like maybe not metagame, but I didn't want to run the game like that. I'd rather, you know, Sporky's unlocking things in the order that he should be unlocking them, that kind of thing. I just want the money, please. There we go. Thank you very much. Which is actually really... Chromatic metal is actually really valuable right now to me. I'm always decrying them not having the... much money to pay when you do this, but actually chromatic metal right now is pretty valuable. I'm good with that. All these other trade ships on board. All science vessels. Nice. Right, here we go. Money, please. Oh, have you lost another Pokemon? You lost another Pokemon creeper in your Nuzlocke. Oh, it's a bloodbath. So let's have a look at phase 2, see anything we can do whilst we're out here. Genetically modify a companion egg. So that's something we could actually go do. We could go do that on the station right now. Feed a group of 10 creatures. We'll probably do that as well. Discover 10 flying creatures. Okay. So that's going to be a lot of world exploration. Take a photo of 10 ground creatures. Explore 5 specific environments. Oof. These are some pretty big challenges. I like it. Right, let's go and go to the space station. And we'll get ourselves some extra space. I've lost 3 in the last 15 minutes. No! Oh, no! Oh, Griefer. I'm so sorry I recommended Nuzlocke to you. I had no idea the pain. I guess if the slight silver lining, I guess, is if they're dropping like flies, you might not be that attached to them. There are ones that I've had for like when I've lost them, like I think like second or third gym, I lost ones that I'd had from the very, very start. That felt bad. that was painful. Is it a better gun than mine? It looks like a better gun than mine. It is a better gun than mine. It's way too expensive though. I've got no money. Right, let's go sell some stuff. First things first, I believe you can be upgraded. Ultimate sleep. Upgrade ship. I'd like to increase its inventory. Yes, excellent. Sweet. I'd like to buy some extra suit space, if I can do. How much is this going to cost me? 20,000 units, so a good chunk of our money, but we need it. We need all the space we can get. For every gem I complete, I'm allowing myself to catch an extra wild. That's a good system. That's a really good system. That's the best way to do the Nuzlocke, is doing a system that works for you. And that feels fair. That feels like a good ruling. So we've got a backlog of 3 Pokemon you can catch. Yeah, that's a good shout. Sell some of these little loot we've got. Is it all aboard the ship? Yes. Right, better. We're still not even on 1 million though, even with all selling all this stuff. Now I think I remember seeing there's a thing about it's something to do with like doing a bunch of quests for one of the guilds of some kind. So I want to see if that is actually a thing. Visit a world by 13 species, flying a companion by 4,000 feet. Earn Explorers Guild standing 16. There we go, that's the one I'm thinking of. So we're going to go see the Explorers Guild and see if they can give us some missions. And we can have them active in the background whilst we're doing it. At least that way. So we only want the ones for the Explorers Guild. None of these are for the Explorers Guild. You can get quite a lot of money by doing it though, I guess. They're all about killing creatures. Get 200,000 by doing that. 300,000 by killing tunnels. Multi-tool expansion slot. It's actually not bad. But no, we're not going to do that. Are you the Explorers Guild? Oh, I don't know any of your language, buddy. And you have no time for me apparently at all, so never mind. Righty. So I guess expedition-wise, we are looking to do. Let's just complete the first rendezvous and we'll go from there. That's probably the best thing to do, isn't it? Whilst we are getting ready to warp, each catapuncher. The first time Godzilla appeared with nods back to the original 1954 film. There's a glimpse in here and there. He apparently goes through different stages in the film. One point it looks like a giant fish. Yes, that's true actually, yeah. I'd forgotten about that. Starting with a marine lizard. We don't get to see that stage. We've seen it's stage 2 with a huge tail. Yeah, there is a variety of different Godzilla films like on Netflix. They're all worth checking out. I did enjoy all of them, and again, the music in particular was excellent. There's this like driving beat that they use as the main like force behind the music. Wait, am I out of juice? No, there we go. That's more like it. It's really, really, really good. Is it the most recent one, Saber, that had him changing stages? I can't remember. There was a series before that. I think it ended set in the future. And like basically Earth had been abandoned and Godzilla was ruling Earth. And they were trying to take it back. Some weird Godzilla stories. Far outside of the usual Tokyo gets smashed kind of range of stories is kind of what I'm used to with Godzilla. Or of course New York getting smashed if it's the Hollywood version. Ooh, hello. What manner of triangle are you? Let's find out. This is quite a funky planet. Oh, got a critter. Now, it says something about land creatures in the expedition. Was it take photos of land creatures? Take a photo of 10 ground creatures. Here we go. Let's go take a picture of this guy then, shall we? Unless it means 10 together, which is much more difficult. So we'll... Oh, you're aggressive. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, man. Look at this guy. That's the most aggressive creature I've ever seen in No Man's Sky. As in, like, visually being aggressive. Worth a good picture. Don't want to get a face on, because he looks a bit like a sheep. I want to get him looking as aggressive as possible. A blind sheep. With a shell. It's the most black... Oh, live action from Japan. Ah, you're thinking of the first Netflix anime film. Yeah, I'm thinking of the anime. I didn't realize they had a live action version with the same kind of sequence of events. That's very cool. Now, did that count as one of those 10? If I select it as an active thing... No, I think it means an actual group of 10. Take a single photo capturing 10 ground creatures. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So, unless there's anything flying on this world, I don't think there's much here for me. Don't think so. Anything flying? It's really hard to tell when you're in the ship. The camera goes real cranky. Doesn't like to be moved around very much without freaking out. Oh, there's a flying creature. There we go. I scan you, strange moth dragonfly. Any other flying creatures? Oh god. Oh my god, are you... Ah! Everything here's trying to eat me. This planet, man. Why didn't I take those missions where it wanted me to kill creatures? I'd kill a bunch of these guys. Let's learn some words in Gekese. We learn the Gek word for Gek. There we go. Then friend. Where can you watch the live action version? We know nothing of what this is asking of us. Poor animal clears broken its neck and some power possesses animated. I shall shoot the creature. The monolith is pleased and rewards my actions. I am released from my vision. Health restored. Interesting. Very, very strange sequence of events. Let's leave this strange, violent world and go elsewhere, shall we? Oh man, Gex! Gex was great! With the, It was like a James Bond looking lizard, right? Gecko, sorry. Cool. Oh, that had disappeared from my brain until you said that about Likes Music. No longer existed in my world until just then. Right, let us continue to the rendezvous point. Here we go. Gex. One of my favourite platformers. It was really good. They were really, really good. There's an island close by where I live that had a Godzilla-themed mini-park. Oh, that's awesome! With the people on like stilts walking around, stomping in places and stuff. Right, dodge our way through the asteroids. Head to the space station real quick first. Can we warp? Yes, we can do. Perfect. There we go. Save a little bit of time. I like these round ones. They usually look a bit cooler. You can zip line into his mouth. It's like, why would you want to do that? Why would you... Eat me! Eat me, Lord Godzilla! Whee! What a fine gun. Looks very similar to my gun, actually. Oh, it's much better, though. Again, we're at my price range. Yeah, we're in the millions. Millions and millions and millions. Where I've got tens and tens and tens. I do need to probably sort out some money at some point. I mean, I could cheese it and get a whole chunk of money really easily. If I summon some other ships and just sell them, I get huge amounts of cash, like, out of nowhere. Which, now that I say that, I am quite tempted to do. Thinking about it, though, I could just do that, actually. It's quite easy. The third game, Deep Cover Gecko. UK released the second and third games, different voice actors for Gex. I need to have this as my active guide, don't I? Expedition, there we go. And the expedition current is reach the first rendezvous. That's what we're after. Where are we headed? Where? Ah, there it is. To the temple. Right. Oosh, and we're away. Let us head to rendezvous point 1 and see what we find. Different to the US releases of all three. The strange practices of the 90s. Oh, that's cool. Got a satellite dish. That's quite cool. Not what we're here for, though. We're heading over this way. It's a very well-populated planet. Hopefully lots of creatures here as well. Let us land. Hopefully not destroy much wildlife when we land. Oh, none. Nice, good landing. Usually destroy a lot of things when we land. Critters? Any critters? No critters, but we are not too far from our target. 1,000 U's in that distance. Okay. Then I guess we should probably see what this environment has for us. Star bulbs. Big old chunky trees. Let's get mining, I guess. Oh, there's a creature with the little curly ram horns, and there's another creature behind it. Oh, it's got how many legs? Let me just scan these weird hippos in the distance first, real quick, before they go away. And you're another creature, land moth. Oh, you're a predator. You're hunting these other guys. You though, are you the one with all the legs? Are you another type of creature? Oh, you're in a tree. I'm not gonna bother you. One of those things had like 15 legs, though. I'm sure it did. Is it this one that's been killed by this predator? It's horrible, horrible face. This game is the stuff of nightmares sometimes. Oh, we can't see its weird... Oh, yeah, but you can just about see there. You can just about see... Each foot had like 3 smaller feet attached to it. So it had like 12 feet. That is super duper weird. Get rid of this tree, see if it makes a difference. Oh, it just made it worse. What a weird old creature that is. Alright, we're not gonna... I'm not dealing with this crap anymore. Let's get out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. Get some dihydrogen on the way. We could probably do it going to the anomaly and getting the advanced mining laser at some point, because it does save a lot of time. Righty, where are we headed? Where are we headed? This way? 900 U's in that direction. Okay, I've got a bit off the rails then, I guess. Can I mine that thing? No. Boo. Right. Off we go. Oh, jetpack's terrible. Oh, wow. Hello. I guess that's where we're headed. The hell is that? That's awesome. I wonder if it only triggers if you're on foot to actually come and try and find it. So I feel like we could have flown past that quite easily and we should have noticed it. Oh, look at this guy's face. It's some sort of like shark. I'm trying to mix Stegosaurus and shark. Stegosarcus, maybe? Yeah, Stegosarcus will do. It's permanently open mouth. Oh, there are more flying creatures there we can scan. Aha! Aha! Thought you can get away from me, did you, little butterfly? There we go. There we go, righty. Weird creatures on this world. I guess we're heading to this thing. I was going to say Stegosaurus. It's the only name that it can possibly be. Oh, sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to shoot you. Whoa! Hello. I was kind of hoping you'd be minerals that I need, but never mind, I guess. This is a very cool building. Oh, it's a repository, like an information repository. I've never seen one look like this before, though. I've never seen a repository like this before. Oh, no, that was bad. That was so... My jetpack is not good. I need to remember that my jetpack is not good. Right, inventory's full, so we're not going to get anything new. But we can collect things that we already have bits of. So yeah, when your inventory's full, it doesn't mean that your inventory is actually full. It just means that you can't have another type of thing. So you can still get lots more dihydrogen or living slime or gold or whatever, because we've already got it on the list. Hey, Stegosaurus. He is a Stegoshark. Best of his people. I guess I could summon my ship to make it a bit easier, but this is actually really cool, just looking up at this thing. We got a better picture than this. Could do with maybe the wide angle. Is it a wide angle lens, isn't it? You can get? Yeah, there is. There we go. Slightly more wide angle lens. Get a bit more of it in there. This is one heck of a ride at Disney World. Ooh. It's a fancy looking ship. I definitely can't afford. Why am I like, oh, a ship? You can afford nothing. Red. We made it to the rendezvous. Sweet, that is phase 1 completed out of... Oh, yeah, and of course the ship leaves. Hey, buddy. You alright? How's it going? Piv. Hey, Piv. Oh, I don't know what you're saying, buddy. Yeah, you can teach me... Oh, teach me a word. Go for it, Bomb. Teach me about friendship. The word for help. I guess that's a very basic foundation of friendship, I guess. Oh, if I hadn't sold those things, I bet I could have put them in here. Ah, never mind. I got greedy. And I sold them immediately. Never mind. Starballs we don't really need. We're quite low on space. What I will do is I'm going to call the ship in so that we can unload some of this stuff upon the ship. Where are the controls? Ah, here they are. Oh, there we go. Oh, I left the navigation data on the ship. I'm such a fool. You can have a gift. And also teach me a word. Teach me a word about technology. A word for ship. Thing that I can't access right now. Can I just summon it anyway? Oh, please don't tell me I have to go back to my ship manually. Launch thrusters are not charged. No! How much is this sporty little ship? Can I just buy this instead? I mean, it seems unlikely that I'm going to be able to buy this instead, but never mind. No. Negotiate price? How much for? 900,000, you say? No, 12 million. Never mind. Never mind. I guess we're back on foot. Oh, that's annoying. I need a space adult. We're going to build a base computer. I can only imagine somebody's already claimed this area, but I'm going to build it anyway just to see whether or not it lets me build one. I feel like somebody must have already claimed this area. Really? Really? Then I'll take it. Thank you kindly. And we shall rename it The Dome. The Dome. And as we make our way back to the ship on foot. You know, on the way, we should probably make sure we've got enough to make some launch fuel. Because we're going to need it. So we just need ferrite dust, so we can get that quite easily. Run from me, creatures. I am a god to you. Dome. Dome, da dome, dome. Dome, da dome, dome. 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 Don't you want me, baby? My ship's so far away, I wish I had parked it a bit closer. I've gotta go back on foot. My life support's gonna run out. Oh, I've got support gels now. Sweet. All the sweet things that money can buy. Oh, it's the Imperial March theme. Oh, whoa, look at these guys. Dragons. Oh, they're awesome. Oh, you're very, very cool. I wonder if we can make one of those a pet. I would well ride a dragon around this world. Are they going to land? Are you landing, buddy? Oh, they are. Oh. Kind of. Kind of. Oh, I really badly want a dragon now. Come close enough for me to entice you. It's really hard for me to work out what's going on. My first boyfriend decided for us, and that was our song. Oh no! Oh no! I'm assuming you're meaning the "Don't You Want Me, Baby" rather than the Imperial March. Every time I hear the the stomping feet of stormtroopers, my heart flutters just a little. A dragoon. No, they're not coming down to land. Who won you, dragons? I would have ridden you like a majestic king. He says as he plummets down a hole. No worries, Creefu. Thank you for swinging by. I hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. Anybody who's not following Creefu, Creefu is playing a wide variety of live actual games at the moment. And is also making their way through the Quest of Glory series when they get the time. So give them a follow, check them out. They are always highly entertaining. And also join me on Mondays for All That Glitters Explodes when we have that, which we're not going to have for another week. So I was going to shout that out and realised maybe don't. Don't know who Chigner is. Chigner? But they've been playing NBA 2021. And Creefu's also been playing Quest of Glory. I want to hear more about this NBA game you speak of. Way, there we go. One rocket over the rainbow. There we go. Now, we're almost there. I hope. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Thank the Lord. Tired fingers not moving as fast as my brain. That is a lot of my typing, so do not worry about it. My brain says the thing, and my fingers try to write it, and then most of the time I'll look back and realise that it is not caught up with what I asked my brain for it to do. So we're going to install this thruster system so we've got access to it, because I feel like it's going to be important to get that up and running at some point very, very soon, because I do not like having to relaunch the ship. We need 5 antimatter and 2 magnetic resonators for that. But for now, we're just going to make some launch fuel, which should be made out of metal plating, which is nice and easy. Metal plating. And what are we going to bin that we don't need? Well, let's move this to the ship, I guess. And I'll turn this into launch fuel. And I'll put you in the starship. There we go. And now we can take off, and it's night time already. Oh, it looks like they're building a space station, maybe. Or the anomaly. That's actually quite cool. I like that a lot. Let's see if we can get a cool picture of this thing as we fly by it. As far as we can get the sun cresting behind it, maybe. No, it's a bit much. That's pretty cool. It reminds me of one of the Star Wars, the Federation drop pods kind of things that are part of the Federation ships, which I quite like. So, we've made it to the first rendezvous point. Did we claim our... We've not claimed our reward from that. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's claim it. I was too excited with exploring this cool location than I was about getting the rewards. So we've got 1,000 nanites, an exosuit expansion slot, a multi-tool expansion set, and a storage augmentation for the ship. That is a good set of goods. That is a very good set of goods. And we have completed phase 1. We get a reality glitch trail customization, which is that's one of the things that we can take over into our rest of our games by using the guy in the anomaly. I forgot his name, but he's the one that does it for you. So we're now on to phase 2 of the expedition. One of the things was to genetically modify an egg, so that's something we're going to check out and do now, because I feel like we can give that a go. Although a group of 10 creatures, you might be able to do that now. Get a bunch of... Oh, we get the advanced mining lasers. That's actually quite cool. Discover 10 flying creatures. I've only done 4 so far. Ooh. Okay, okay. Search dung samples. Not done any of that so far. Let's try and get 10 creatures together, shall we? I think if we just feed a bunch, we might be able to do it, so we'll give that a go. We've just refilled the fuel, so we should be fine for a little bit. Once we've found some creatures, we'll start feeding them and get them to follow us. I think we might be able to get a whole bunch of them together if we're lucky. Oh, we've got 24 of these pellets left, so that's fine. It's less than I thought, though. I feel like we got given 50 a little while ago. I don't really remember feeding that many, but never mind. It is what it is, I guess. Come on, creatures. Maybe the nighttime isn't going to help. Because there are supposed to be kind of like availability patterns for these creatures, between some being nocturnal, some being only out in the middle of the day. Which is a cool feature, I like it. Apart from when I'm trying to find one. Then I'm less of a fan. Any critters around? This place was teeming with critters earlier. Yeah, definitely must be a day-night thing. I guess we could fly around to the day side. I've never really done that before in this game. But now I'm concerned about fuel. Oh, here we go. Here's some creatures. Right, here we go. Right, I'm going to feed you. And feed you. And feed you. And feed you. Oh, these are the weird 12-legged creatures. Look at all its legs. It's so weird. Why are you so weird? There we go. Why are you so weird? I feed you. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gather ye creatures. You can get one. Come on, buddy. Shark boy. Shark boy. Come back. 6. Seven. Oh, here we go. 8, 9, 10. Perfect. 8. 9. 10. Why didn't that work? No, I wanna feed, please. Do you need food? Can I give you food? So these green ones seem to be following more than the white ones. I'll try and get some more of these green ones together. These white ones don't seem bothered. Oh, that big one does. It's come barreling towards me. Let me make sure I've got enough of these things. You got 50. Right, come on, guys. Get a bit more of a herd together, shall we? I quite like having a little herd together. It's quite fun. Everyone up over the hill. We can do it. Come on. You there. Come and join. Oh, you. You can start off. If you're killing my herd, you can be gone. It's fair enough. I don't actually want to... Come on, guys. How many more of you do you need to feed in one go for it to be counted? There's so many of you here. You've all been fed. How many does it take? Ah, there we go. Sweet. So now I need to take a picture of 10 of them. Right, okay, so let's give that a go. That's got to be 10 there, right, surely? Maybe we'll zoom out a little bit, get a few more in. What is this one doing? What are you doing up here, buddy? Oh, we look like a bit of a shepherd now, which is quite nice. And also kind of semi-hides the fact that that one's flying. Yes, perfect. 2 objectives done. And then there was one, unfortunately, that was about searching poo. So let's see what that one needed. 50 dung samples examined. 50. Okay, well. I guess we better start then, eh? Oh, perfect. I'm kind of glad it's full. I don't really want whatever it's in there, really. What can we drop? What can we drop? Mining beam, we can install that. There we go. Oh no, but I like this upgrade. I don't want to... oh, here we go. We can do this. There, right. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Anyone know what that song is from? Why are we searching all this poop, dude? Oh, there's so much of it. I guess this is a good start. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's way, like, these guys are producing. This is quite a good little combination of challenges where you've got feed a bunch, take a photo of a bunch, and look through their poop, I guess. Although you look like a predator to me, and if you're going to cause trouble, I'm going to have to end you like your brother. Basically just pooper scooping right now. Pooper scooping on a grand scale. Maybe we'll feed some more to see if we can, like, encourage some more poops. If we can get this other one bashed out. It'd be really good if we can do. We can get, like, a whole bunch of more of these done. Little tiny baby one. There you go. Where you running off to, buddy? You've already been fed already. There you go. Everyone, eat up. Eat up and poop to your heart's content. How far did we get? Have we got on this so far? Oh, 18. So we're not even halfway. If maybe we'll wait a minute for these guys to calm down. Sounds familiar, but I can name it. It is the counting song from Sesame Street. So whenever Sesame Street did every now and then they do like little animated side videos, and one of them was just counting, and it did that little song. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It stuck with me after all these years. We got a poop scanner on the go? No. Can I collect this one? It's very, very, very small poop. I did not expect to be pooper scooping on this stream, to be honest. I'll be completely upfront about that. 25, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Don't know why that's still in my head, but it is. Sesame Street was ace, though. Like, as a kid, I absolutely loved it. Promoted positivity, niceness. I mean, TV is very formative in most people's young lives, but it was very, very informative in my life. Because I was ill when I was younger, so I didn't really go out very often. In my late 10s, early teens, all the way through till I was about 17 or 17, I think it was probably. So a lot of my like life experience came from TV shows, which was a reality shock when I went into reality. And it was very different to the TV shows. Or so they'd have us believe. Recently fed. You've been fed, but I need what's going on the other side, guys. I believe I'm encouraging this. But then once it's done, I don't have to do it again, which is a boon. Come on, you little poop monsters. Make some poop. No, you. One of you. There we go. Actually quite hard to manage these groups. Literally herding them. Can't be that many left now, surely. Surely. There are many poops left. And don't call me Shirley. Oh, no. Come on. There we go. How are we doing? 38. 12 more poops needed. Just 12 more poops and this space adventurer can move on. 11. No, not you. Oh, yeah, feed him actually, it's fine. 10. 9. 8. Out of the way. 7. 6. 5. 4. No. Come on. The little tiny one. 4. You have to move, buddy. I need this. I really need this poop. 3. 2. No. No. Not what I need. I need this. Oh, here we go. 2. And then the last one. We need to do something a little bit special. Just have one of them to join us on foot as well, which is quite nice. There we go. A little commemoration of our expedition into poop mining. We've just done. Little photo there. There we go. And that's the last one. Hopefully that's the last one. Come on. Oh, we need one more. There we go. Digestive analysis complete. Searched 50 dung samples. Good lord. Good lord indeed. So, let's check out our progress. So, swarmed, we've already done. So that's collect a reward for that. We've almost completed phase 2. Like halfway through phase 2 already, which is insane. Considering it took us most of the stream to do phase 1. Optical drill, perfect stuff. We've got the waveform recycler, we've got the advanced mining laser plans, which is what we needed. We're still a bit resource shy, I guess. Digestive analysis. Claim the rewards. Oh, my inventory's full. Oh no, right, where's the ship? Where did I park my ship? There it is. Oh, the jetpack is useless. Where is my beautiful, powerful jetpack that Space Sporky has? Sporky, even. Ah, there we go. Recharger for the jetpack. There we go. Right, let's put all this Fecium on the ship, I guess. Mining beam can go on the ship as well. Things we don't need on us. The egg can go on the ship, I guess. Cobalt, go on the ship. Tritium should be on the ship. A bit more space there. And then we'll see if we can claim some rewards. Here we go. Oh, we've got the hazmat gauntlet. Oh, that's great. We can actually use that for... Guess we should call you Jelly because you're on a roll. We needed that on one of the other planets, but thankfully we didn't actually need it that much. Supreme defensive upgrade, a suspicious packet of goods. Interesting. A shield module for the ship. Some nanites. 1,000 nanites. That's actually really, really good. So we're not doing too bad here. And then we've also got the terrestrial snaps, which is a photo of 10 ground creatures. Out of which we got a hyperdrive module, perfect. A multi-tool expansion slot, really good. And that's about it. Cool. So, we're heading to the anomaly. We're done on the planet for now, for our various creatures. Now we go to the anomaly to try and do some mad science. And genetically modify the egg of that horrible creature we we spawned. See if we can modify it to be less horrible. As we get to the anomaly. Man, I played this game for so long when I first started playing it before visiting the anomaly. Like a long... I think it must have been about session 15 or something but before I got to the anomaly. Crazy. Righty, here we go. Right. Let us head over. Now I think the genetically modified egg thing is over here somewhere, I think. I'm not... Yeah, there's a big picture of an egg over there, so I'm guessing that's what it is. Let's go check it out. Never done any of this stuff before with Sporky, so this is all completely new. Look at this guy. He's got a boxer's chin. Egg sequencer, here we go, right. What does it tell me on the instructions for this? So we're doing this one. Visit the egg sequencer aboard the space anomaly to modify an egg. Oh, okay, simple as that then. There we go. Genetic inputs. 1 egg. Height and weight. Oh, I don't know what any of this stuff does. This is all completely new. How am I supposed to how am I supposed to know? Mordite. Oh, it tells you here increasing the weight. Dose 2%. Ah, okie dokie. Oh, this is cool. Right. We've got a huge amount of carbon. Oh, it makes it smaller by 94%. Maybe we do want it to. Maybe we want to get it as big as we can because that thing is ridiculous. Milk increases 5%. So this is like a full-on process of elimination thing going on at Fecium. Here we go. Decreasing by a lot, right. What does this do? If we put it into this one? Go for condensed carbon again. This is gene splitter. Unstable anatomy. Okay, so let's not do that. Yeah, I've never played around with any of this before. Fecium, here we go. Unstable anatomy. So all that seems to be doing is making it unstable no matter what I do. Dye injector? Mordite? Maybe I need to do the previous ones first. Maybe I need to do it in order for it to work. So what made it bigger? Gold make it bigger, maybe? 28% bigger. That's pretty good. Okay, I'll go with that. We'll go with that. And then we'll put Mordite in here, maybe? Still making it unstable. I don't know how to change that. Milk? No. Living slime? No. Batteries? Gold nugget? No. It was only added recently in the Frontiers update, which was okie dokie. I mean, it seems very much what's the word? Process of elimination. That's got up to 42% as unstable, so I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing 42% of it. Can we literally add Fecium as its neural calibrator? Oh, it's decreasing its helpfulness. Ah, okay, so that's what that one does. Got no idea what these middle sections do. Just keep saying unstable no matter what I'm choosing. 12% blue. See if it makes it 12% bluer. Oh, 94% increasing the helpfulness. It's gone up in helpfulness. It's gone up in weight and size. And its anatomy is unstable and its colouring is unstable, so I guess we'll find out what that means. Modification complete. A living fertile egg ready to hatch in 22 hours and 56 minutes. Scans indicate it has genetic potential to be very large and industrious. Cool. Mad science, we have done it. We have resequenced its genetic code. Cool, okay. They're always unstable. Oh, okay. Thanks, Kyra. I was like, I can't. Nothing's changing, so I guess it is what it is. But I'm glad to know it's not just my bad mad science. Oh, let's install this hyperdrive engine, shall we? To our hyperdrive. Very nice. This is for the ship, a shield module for the ship. For the exosuit. We haven't really got space for that at the moment, so that's fine. You can just stay in the pocket. We'll deconstruct some of these. See if we can make a bit more room. Anything else we can deconstruct? No, you can go and live on the ship. We don't need Fecium on us, that's for certain. The egg will hatch tomorrow. We're not going to get that done tonight, for certain. What else have we got? Expedition, here we go. So, Mad Science Collector, we've got Nip Buds and a Supreme Life Support upgrade. I wonder if we can. We've only got 10 minutes, maybe not. Be interested if we can get Section 2 completed this evening, though. That'd be pretty extreme. So, let's have a look what we've got. In our inventory, we got a life support. That is actually quite a good one to have. But again, we won't use that quite yet. An advanced mining beam for the gun. I do want a better multi-tool as well. It's not a very good multi-tool. In fact, what's the multi-tool on offer in here? Go check it out. Sometimes they have other multi-tools available. Other multi-tools are available. It's a weird little gun one. Hey, Walrus. Sharky boy, what have you got for us? Nope, it's a terrible, terrible gun. You should be ashamed of yourself, Iteration EOS. You should be ashamed of yourself. Discover 10 flying creatures, which there are 4 of. Explore a range of different planetary environments. You get a hell of a lot of rewards for that. So what does it require? An airless, unusual, swamp, volcanic, and radioactive planet. So that's pure planetary exploration. That's quite cool. We're not going to do that in 10 minutes, but that's very, very cool. And earn the complete trust from a companion. Current trust is 95%. Keep your companion happy and well-fed over multiple days to increase their trust. Okay. I wonder which companion it means as being 95%. It must mean big freaky dino guy, I guess. Oops-a-daisy. So what we'll do is we will head towards... Expedition ends about the 31st of March. So I'll have less than a month. So about 4 streams. So hopefully we'll make it. I guess we'll find out. If we're getting close to the end, then I'm not going to make it. I'll just have to do it off stream, or I'll do it on the Discord stream. But hopefully we'll be able to do it. Let's see how far away this next rendezvous is. Now we have our upgrade. Oh, sweet, we can go straight there. Let's go do it. Started last week, and it said... Yeah, it did say 5 weeks when I launched it up this start of the game, which I was quite surprised at, because it's usually 6 weeks. And they're very unclear about when they when they end. They're not... They don't put a date on these things. They're just like, oh, you know, 5 weeks probably. Like, tell me when. Tell me when it's going to actually end. We are in a Vakeen system. I think ideally we want a Korvax system, because that seems to be where the... Where we're headed? I guess that's where we're headed. That's a triangle attached to a triangle. What a weird little space station. Right. Let's head to the rendezvous, shall we? 1 minute to go. What I'm going to try and do this time, I'm going to fly near the where it tells me to rendezvous. I'm going to have a little scout about in the ship. Let's see whether or not I can actually fly straight to the rendezvous point. I'm not sure if you have to walk there or not. But there's not an awful lot in this game that's not already there. An imminent core detonation. Okay. That doesn't sound great. Activated copper, basalt and silver. All good for... Oh, I don't think basalt is, but the other two are good for magnetized. Chromatic metal, sorry, not magnetized. It's one of the most useful resources in the game, especially early on. A whole bunch of stuff requires it. How are we doing for everything else? Not too bad. Not doubling up on ferrite, am I? Pure ferrite. Ferrite dust. No. And there's rendezvous 2. And what we'll do is we'll see if we can find like an impressive looking landmark nearby. Cause you usually... Oh, this is a volcanic planet. Sweet. This is one of the 5 planet system types done. Explored a biome. So you're saying there is where the rendezvous is. Land to begin the search. Oh, okay. So if I land... Are you certain there's not... I can't just fly around and find it? I feel like I should be able to just find it. These are all quite far away, so it's not going to be any of these. I guess we'll go land. We'll land up here, not landing down there, though. I'm back. It's an older reference, sir, but it checks out. You can't validate your own reference. I mean, it's another reference validating a previous reference, so it's Joycer. This place has colossal firestorms. So it's 1,000 U's in this direction. It's that, isn't it? It's whatever that thing is, which is storm crystals. Let's go check it out. Oh, we made it! We made it! Sweet! A crowded universe. Visit a planet teeming with fauna. Oh, that's one of the other objectives. That's not the objective we were after. We're getting too meta. We are smashing through a lot of these targets. Where is that one? That's a phase 5 reward. Sweet. Triple burst firework. Dual chrome firework. Wheel of Herc firework. And 300 seconds jetpack power surge? Is that instant? Does that happen as soon as I activate? Does I just get a jetpack power surge? Oh, I do. It's like an instant, constant firework jetpack reward, which is a weird thing for it to give me. Although I have missed being able to. Oh, hello, giant wolf. Oh, we are in unpleasant climes. We have 8 seconds until critical exposure. Where's my ship? Where's my ship? There you go. Right, there we go. It's more like it. Oh, there's a storm crystal right there. I'm gonna grab it. Go grab that storm crystal. Go. We're dying. Get back to the ship. It wasn't worth it. For a single storm crystal. Right. We're going to head over this way. It's where we saw that thing that said storm crystals, because that wasn't generally the right direction. Which one was it, though? That's the question. Was it one of these ones? No. 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 What are these naming systems people have got? Am I going to have to do this on foot? Ah, maybe it was that one? It was that one. These storms are crazy. Hydrate. Oh no, I'm at the very last dregs of my drink. Thank you, Mark. Let's land here, I guess. Oh, there's actually a landing pad there. That's really useful. Initiating landing sequence. Landing sequence completed. I don't think this is where I'm supposed to be going. Too weak to estimate, so I've gone too far. You go too far, sir. You go too far. Let's get back in the ship. Wonder what happens if I call my buddies in this weather. Can they survive the storm? Buddy, you alright? Can give you some food. Yeah, you're fine. You giant monstrous creature. Oh, I'm not there. I'm about to die. I'm just going to peace out on you there, buddy. This storm is absolutely killing me. I need to get out of there. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know where I'm going for this. Maybe now the storm has passed, I have a better idea of seeing where I'm supposed to be going. There's a few more storm crystals there. Let's land this. Don't destroy them, don't destroy them! Oh, my eyes! Oh, God! There we go. Oof. So, our objective is to go to the rendezvous point. I feel like we should be able to get there. And we'll only have 3 of these left, which isn't too bad for phase 2. So I'm going to quickly try and storm's now clearing. Okay, so I'm going to go try and do it now. We're going to recharge our battery. Scan some critters first, real quick. Make sure none of them are flying. The flying ones are the ones we get points for. No, there's not. We need to head in this direction. So, where's the ship? It's in this direction. It's in this direction. Turn. There we go. Hey, Ginny, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. I am right at the end of my stream at the moment. We're about to wrap up as we are finishing the last bits of phase 2 of the expedition. Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been really. I'm really enjoying this expedition so far. To be honest, I wasn't quite sure. I didn't swear them off, but I did say I probably wasn't going to do many more of them on stream. But this one about being focused on creatures and stuff like that, I thought, you know what, it's worth definitely worth a little bit of another go. So I'm really enjoying it. It's actually really good. Beautiful planets up there. So right. 1,000 U's in this direction. How far away is that building? 1,000 U's in that direction. Definitely over that hill. This is actually really awkward to achieve, to be honest. 1,300. I mean, I may as well. 1,300. I may as well fly. Oh God! Oh, I'm dead. No. I forgot that we have no jetpack. The jetpack is terrible. Counter victory. That was very contrary to victory. That. So I'm guessing that's what that 300 second jetpack thing would have been really useful for. Would have been flying right over there. Yeah, exactly. Oh, not enough fuel in the thruster. Ugh. The mundane problems of being a space adventurer. Right. Metal plating. Make it 2. And create 2 of these. There we go. And pop that in there. There we go. Take off. We're heading this way. So slowly turn around. And we're heading like... Yeah, this is the way we're heading, wasn't it? Let's head up to this hill. See if this brings us closer. We land here. Now that the storm's gone, I can see a bit clearer. It might not be too bad to do it on foot. Just this ridiculously mountainous terrain is... There we go, yeah, 800. Yeah, we can do this now. We can do this on foot. We'll be alright. We could do it. I'm trying to find people to do derelict freighter with me. Ah, the derelict freighters. I have not done one of those in ages and ages and ages and ages. I've not even done one in multiplayer before, actually. I've only ever done it in single player. Which they can be done in single player. They're not too bad. But for now, I am currently trying to get to this very last part of the... Oh, someone's built a base there. Look. Very last part of this part of the expedition. And then I am sadly wrapping up, potentially for a week. I don't know if I'm going to be back in time on Thursday. I don't think I am. Next week, as we are going off to a cabin where there is no internet, no TV, no Wi-Fi. It's chilled out in the countryside in the middle of nowhere. Books and TTRPGs and countryside and all that fun stuff. Let's get some nitrogen, shall we? This should help us keep ourselves low. Are you guys new critters? Oh, you are? Oh god. What oh, what is on you? What a weird barnacle creature. So we had a little picture of the weird barnacle guy. In fact, what we'll do is quick. Get out of the menu. No, it's too hard to do. Right. You need to tell them to do it, and then you need to get out of the menu instantly. There we go. What is that? There we go. That's him on his sightseeing tour. Right. Continue. We're heading 450 in this direction. Let's recharge his batteries real quick before we catch fire. .400 in this direction. See, normally I'd just be like, jetpack away, off we go, but it can't do that with this character. I will take these quote-unquote buried salvageable items, though. that have spawned in above the surface. Thank you very much. Where the hell am I supposed to be going? It's going inside this ridge, isn't it? Hopefully it will be. Yeah, hopefully it'll be nice and chill. Is it underground? Maybe it is underground. Or just up here. Doesn't seem like this is, like, taking me to the place where it would be. Sporky at home. Let's put another battery in there. Rendezvous point located where? Here? Oh. Oh, here we go. Here's the thing that it is. Is it just this mountain? I don't understand. I don't understand. Our first Vakeen words. They will teach us the Vakeen word for Vakeen. Vakeen are very keen on knowledge. They're not actually there. They are the analogous to the Klingons or the Vex. Vec. What's the Starfinder one? Right, let's charge that battery again. And we will interact with this thing, whatever the heck it wants from us. This monolith. Oh, it looks like the Atlas. Oh, that's cool. Vesk, there we go. Filthy casual, indeed. Place my palm at the monolith and stand back when it melts in response to my touch. The molten rock drips down the stone, exposing a hollow interior. Inside, I see riches that are beyond belief. Ancient technologies and cargo that would aid my journey. Suddenly, the voice of an ancient tribe shakes the ground I stand on. Go for it. Let's grab it. The lava surges, the molten rock grabbing at my exosuit. Time slows. I feel myself burning. There is no release. I am doomed. I close my eyes. When I open them, the edifice is reconstructed. The molten rock is solid once more. I feel hot, angry wind. Ah, okay. That was the wrong answer. Because they're the aggressive race, I thought maybe grabbing it was the right thing to do, but apparently not. Come on, ship. Come and save me from the storm. There we go. Rightio, and that is where we will leave it for today. So, switch over to this. My schedule for the week ahead is not like this. No, where there is this at all. So normally on Mondays you can find me playing All That Glitters Explodes at 7:30 PM UK time, where I play Flimsy the Dwarf Mechanic. But sadly that is cancelled this week mainly because of my holiday. And then again for Sporky will also perhaps be cancelled this time next Thursday, starting at 9 PM UK time, as we will be continuing the expedition, the Exobiology expedition we've been working on today. It's actually really good. We're already more than halfway through section 2. So hopefully we'll be able to crack on with the rest of them pretty quickly. And then this Saturday and the Saturday after, I'll be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 as Badman Arthur Morgan, as we are rounding out the story of the end of Red Dead Redemption 2, looming ever closer as we get to the end of Arthur's tale, as he got some pretty bad news last time we played. We missed it last week because of a stag do. So unfortunately, I was not able to return as Arthur, but he got some pretty bad news at the doctors, and we'll see how that all goes for him in the meantime. So thank you everybody for joining me today. It's been a super fun game as always. I'm going to see if anybody's about. I don't know if this week is Hexgrid Hero. I think it was last week. Quick look about. No, I don't think there is a Hex Gridian around with us today. Quick look, see if anybody's playing No Man's Sky so we can raid out too. Thank you everybody for joining me today on our No Man's Sky adventures. It's always absolutely lovely having everyone here as we claw our way through some of the brand new areas that this game is constantly surprising me. Even now, after all this time, still feeling surprised and excited with all the new things that come out and you discover. Not just from the new updates, but just generally things that have been in it for ages that I just haven't even been aware are there. Last quick check to see if anybody is on No Man's Sky. Oh, it's actually quite quiet on No Man's Sky at the moment. I'm the second one on the list, which is quite surprising. Oh, someone is doing phase 2 of the expedition where we're at. So let's see if they. We'll wait for the advert to finish, but we'll see if we can join them because that looks quite cool. If we can continue the No Man's Sky love over onto there. Whether Reduce sets up the first, yes, it does. There is a. It's technically post game, but it's not because it's quite a significant section of the game at the end of Red Dead Redemption 2 that I'm probably not going to play, and that leads you right up to Red Dead Redemption 1. But I'm probably not going to play that because it's a different story, so I'm probably going to be moving on before that. Either to do some Red Dead Online or moving on to my N64 adventures. Are you raidable, my friends? Yeah, cool. So we're going to go raid to Rob Roberts. A man so good they named him twice. So let's go and give him a raid and spread on the No Man's Sky love. Thank you so much for insert confused math lady meme trying to figure out the timeline. So so Red Dead Redemption 2 is here with here with this character. And then Redemption 1 was a prequel, so that came here with a different character. And there's a little bit of overlap just there where they change over in Redemption. But you can join us on Saturday, which is probably something like 3 a.m. your time, Mark, if you fancy joining us. I'll tell you all about the story mode of Red Dead Redemption 2 and 1. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed the new emotes and the new sound uploads that are on there and stuff like that as well. But in the meantime, have an absolutely wonderful rest of the weekend. If I don't speak to you, have a great time. Please join us for the raid and have a great evening. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye now.